Alright, guys, today we're just going to go over a Russian 2-on-1, and we're going to go over an ankle pick from the 2-on position, and we're also going to talk about a drag down from the same position. So, a lot of different ways to get into the Russian 2-on-1. A pretty standard way is going to be your collar tie. So, Dave's got a standard collar tie on me. I'm going to come in, I'm going to get the collar tie off, turn it this way, Dave, and I'm going to end up in my 2-on-1. Okay? Another quick way you might get into your 2-on-1 is an arm drag. So I do my drag and I switch my hands when I get to the 2-on-1. So if you like the Russian 2-on-1, you're going to figure out a way to get into this position. Okay, so we'll go over that later on down the road. But today we're going to assume we got into the Russian 2-on-1, and we're going to go over an ankle pick to start with. So when I'm doing my 2-on-1, a couple things to pay attention to. Probably the most important for me is to have good bicep control. I really want to wrap up that bicep. Okay. You could grab the wrist like this. You can also grab the wrist like this. A couple different variations. Today we're going to be grabbing underneath. Okay. When I have this position, you might be actually almost straight arming your opponent a little bit. That's acceptable. All right. Where my chest is a little above the elbow and I'm pulling on the arm. All right. That's good control. My preference is to actually leave his arm kind of bent and to put his forearm right against my belly. Okay. So this is where we're at. I have good bicep control, I have good wrist control, his arm's bent, and it's right against my belly. Okay, now looking at your feet, my foot parallel with his foot, and now look at your head position. I want good head position, I don't want to be too far in front, I don't want to be too far up, okay? And then the last thing I want from this is I want good shoulder control. I've got to use my shoulder to bend Dave over just a little bit. I need him bent over, I don't want to be trying to do this with him straight up, okay? So, 2-on-1. Bicep, wrist, bent arm, foot, head control right here, all right? And then shoulder pressure. Key right there, shoulder pressure, okay? So this is where I'm going to start my 2-on-1. Our first thing is going to be an ankle pick, all right? So to hit this ankle pick, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be right in here. I'm going to step back with my left foot, okay? I'm going to step back with my left foot, and I'm going to give my opponent what we call a hamstring block. I'm going to block this leg with my hamstring, almost a little bit like a horse kick maybe, okay? It's not an uchimata where I'm reaping with real high to the sky with my leg, okay? I'm just kicking straight back. So I'm going to be here, I'm going to step back, and I'm going to step in front. Now look, my right leg is going to come forward a little bit bent, and I'm going to hit this guy with my back of my hamstring like this. Boom! That's all I wanted to see, was for him to get his leg back just to touch. Okay? That way I can go for my ankle pick on the other foot. So one more time. I'm in my 2-on-1. I step back, hamstring block, boom, right there. That's what I want. Alright? Now, from there, you have a couple options. I'm going to go for an ankle pick on the other side. You can take your right foot and you can trap his foot so he can't get it away from you. Okay? You see how I'm cupping it? Boom. Alright? Or you can do this without that portion. So if you're not comfortable with stepping across and blocking, you can get the ankle pick just from here. Okay, so now look, I've been down low, and the hand that was on the wrist, I'm simply going to grab the outside of his ankle here, and pick. Alright, and so that's my first takedown from the 2-on-1. So a hamstring block, 2-on-1, I step out, hamstring block, boom, right there. Now this time I'm going to step across and catch that ankle. Now I'm going to step down and finish with my ankle pick. Okay? So, one time all the way through from here. I'm here, step out, block, ankle pick. Boom. Alright? So, one more option from there. I have my 2-on-1. Everything's in good position here. I'm going to do the exact same hamstring block. I'm going to step out, I'm going to block. Okay? But this time, instead of going for the ankle pick, I'm just going to do a drag down with the arm that I have. Okay? So I'm here, I step out, I block, boom, right there. Now look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a step with my left foot this time, okay? And I'm going to drag my guy straight down to the mat. And from there, boom, I lock up a good seatbelt hold, and then I can work from that position, okay? So, all off the same hamstring block. Just kind of depends on what he gives me. I step out, here, block. Boom, seatbelt hold, okay? So, we're going through both. One last time. I have a 2-on-1, ankle pick to start. Step out, pop, pop. No problem. Number 2 is a drag down. Here, step out, hamstring block. Push down, seatbelt hold. All right, and those are two options from the Russian 2-on-1. Thanks, guys.